like, hey. Okay, so my goal frozen.
It'll take a second.
Yeah, just getting
Oh, it's gone
set
live.
up. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, since we've never done this before,
can you
we have
scoot this way.
two,
We're both doing a live.
and we have two laptops set up here, so I don't know where to look.
Yeah.
I guess I look over here.
Yeah, you look at that one. I look at that one.
Okay. So hey, everybody.
So we're gonna wait just a little bit, see if anybody tunes in with us, and we just wanted to have a conversation with y'all about fall.
And this is my first live chat, so I'm feeling a little awkward.
That's okay.
Kim has done it before.
And I look stupid every time, so I don't really care. Michelle just has to get used to looking stupid.
So what are we talking about today, Kim?
We're gonna talk about fall. We're gonna give people a little information about real estate in the fall, and maybe just a little information about us. Get to know us a little bit better. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Do you celebrate fall? Do you celebrate Halloween? Do you celebrate Dia de los Muertos? What do you?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Because she can't say Dia de los Muertos.
I can't say that. And I didn't even know what it was until, well, I'm new to San Antonio 8 years now, but I had no idea what that was.
Uh-huh.
And so, no, I don't celebrate that because that wasn't part of my upbringing.
It's very culturally specific, I think,
Yeah.
to our part of Texas and to Mexico.
It certainly is. I celebrate fall just in the harvest theme. I don't even do Halloween. Not that I'm against it, but when my kids were little, I just always felt like the monsters scared them. And so I just wanted to give them more of the fall atmosphere, and I've just stuck with that.
Yeah. I do
So-
fall because I'm always hoping that by putting up my pumpkins and my fall decor that the cool weather will actually come, or at least I can trick myself into thinking it's cooler.
Yeah. When do you actually start?
The first day of fall, the very first day, I break it all out and start decorating. But then I don't do Christmas until, well, it used to be that I couldn't do it until December 12th because my mom is a big believer that we couldn't celebrate my birthday and Christmas at the same time, which thank you, Mom. I love that. I appreciate that. So it used to be that hey, Elsa and Jan, and Nina's there. Awesome.
Hey, Nina.
Glad you guys could join us. But yeah, so we didn't ever celebrate Christmas until my birthday had passed because my mom would get really uptight that people would try to give me one gift for both holidays. And so I like getting presents.
So that doesn't leave much time for Christmas decorations.
No, but you can leave Christmas decorations up almost to the end of January. So, you still get to enjoy them, which is nice.
I start October 1st, and I don't know why. It's just always
That feels like fall.
just feels like fall.
Okay.
Growing up in New England, that was something that we just always did. I don't know whether anybody else did it that way, but it seemed like that's when we
So
always did it.
let's switch to real estate and decoration. Okay, so when you're decorating your house for fall or for Christmas, too much actually can be a turnoff if you're thinking about selling your house. So something you might want to keep in mind. I mean, have you ever driven up to the house that has, the big scary monsters in the front yard, just like she was talking about with her kids at Halloween? Or maybe they have like the Griswolds gone crazy at Christmas.
Yeah, I would suggest if you have your house on the market during the fall or any holiday season, just keep your decorations to a minimum and very tasteful.
Yes.
Try to stay away from the cartoon characters and the.
Oh, I like the big Snoopy.
Well, you can have Snoopy when you're not selling your house.
Yeah, there's
just,
that.
Just stick to a few of the more traditional
There's that. Okay.
wreaths and swags.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. We have a question from Nina. Is fall a good time to sell or buy? What's the best season for it? You want to tackle that?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's always a good time to sell your house because whenever there is motivation in the industry is when you're going to be a good time to sell, which really is all year round in San Antonio. But in the fall, we find that there's not as much competition, number one, because there's a lot of people are always trying to move during the summertime. to get the kids in
Hey,
school.
Peter. Hey, MJ.
However, you can, there's a lot less competition in the fall.
Yeah.
Another good reason is that sellers are very serious when they're selling their house in the fall,
True. Very true.
because typically they want to get the house sold before the holidays so that they can be in their house by the next holiday.
Yeah, and I like, the fall. I tell my sellers that typically buyers who are out in the market in the fall, I mean, those are serious buyers. There's a reason that they're not out buying a turkey and Christmas presents, and they're looking to buy a house instead. So those are serious buyers. And same thing for sellers. If they're putting their house on the market right before Thanksgiving, that means that they're willing to like ditch everything and run out of the house so that you can see it. So there's a reason that they need to sell. So, no matter what side of the coin you're on, if it's fall and people are buying or selling, everybody's serious and they need to move for some reason or another.
The other good thing about selling now is the tax breaks, because it's going to be, at least you'll get it in for 2017.
Yeah, you get to take that off your taxes, which is great. Let's see. So we talked about curb appeal. I have some questions written down here. Sorry, y'all. Oh, okay. This is a good one. What's your favorite fall pie food recipe, Michelle? What do you have?
Well, I'm a big fan of apple pie. My family likes the
Okay.
pumpkin pie, of course, but I just love apple pies. That's for the pies. We have a tradition in our house. We make carrot casserole. I don't know if you've ever had a carrot casserole, but it's delicious.
I'll take a word for it.
Lots of cheese and onions and breadcrumb topping with lots of butter. It's always good. I'm very fond of my own stuffing, which is made with sausage, Italian sausage, being Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I make sweet potato apples. So
Sweet potato apples?
I make individual apples and stuff them with sweet potatoes, and it's delicious. So
Can I
everybody
try
gets
that instead of the carrot casserole?
No, you have to have both. If you're coming to my house for Thanksgiving, you have to have both.
Okay. All right. So I have a sweet potato casserole that I love. It's kind of like sweet potato casserole and pecan pie all in one. In fact, there are several years that we've had that for dessert instead of pie. So, okay. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Make sure to check your HVAC system as temperatures, here hey Cam, here in South Texas, we'll have the AC on one day and 2 days later, we got to turn the heater on. And you don't want that funky heater smell, the very first time you turn it on. So if you're going to put your house on the market, turn your heater on, burn that dust off real quick, have everything serviced before you put it on the market. And then that way, if you do have to turn the heat on because we have a, cold flash, please, let's have a cold flash. Then the house doesn't smell funky when people come in. So that's something that is worth keeping in mind. Let's see.
So what's your favorite decoration for fall?
I have a bunch of gold and white pumpkins that I like putting up. And I have some fun little fall animals that we don't normally see here in South Texas that I put up.
Mine is every year. I like to decorate with real, either pumpkins or gourds. And a couple of years ago, I saw something on Pinterest that I just loved. And it was you take a pumpkin and then you get like a fancy tissue paper and you Mod Podge the tissue paper onto it.
Oh, so you could get like the fake one and then have that each
You
year.
could. Yes, you could.
But she likes real stuff.
I like real.
Oh, but HEB has these really cool bags of gourds this year, and there's some really fun ones in there, like $5 a pop. So that's a great thing to decorate with, not too expensive.
And last year I learned how to, I forget what they call it, but you take like a black magic marker and you almost like, remember when we were kids, how we used to take the magic marker and just make a bunch of lines and then color in different colors, like a window mosaic. Yeah. Well, I did that, and I forget, there's an actual name for it, where you do in each one of the squares or triangles or circles, you put like dots or triangles and color them in, and it was fun. I did that last year. On a
Anybody know the name of that? Anybody have any questions about real estate or us or fall or anything? Let us know. And if you know what that's called, let us know that too, because I don't know. All right, so the plan is that we're going to do this every Wednesday around 12:30. I know it's Thursday today, but we had some scheduling conflicts this week. But our goal is to do this once a week. And we'd really like you guys to all tune in as often as you can. I see someone over there checking her watch, making sure that I'm going long enough, I think.
Wait, are we saying goodbye already?
What else do you have more? Do you want to talk about more? Did you want to get up and do your rendition of White Christmas or something? No?
No, it's fall, y'all.
I know it's fall, y'all.
I have to tell you one thing. Fall in San Antonio is a lot different than fall in New England, where I grew up, and then I spent a lot of years in Chicago, and so that's very cool there as well.
Yeah.
I've noticed here that, you talk about you're decorating a little bit earlier than me, because I use real pumpkins and real gourds. I noticed that they rot.
Yeah.
So how do you prevent that? Like, you put a pumpkin out on your doorstep
You
and
buy
it's
the
rot.
fake one.
Yeah, but it's so much fun to hollow out. You can't hollow out a fake
Well,
one.
then, do it every 2 weeks. Enjoy fall multiple times. Because it's true, they do rot here.
And they
And
do rot, and they stink. And then they kind of like fall apart on your doorstep.
put something underneath it so you can just pick up the whole thing.
Okay.
All right. So every Wednesday, 12:30, if there's something you'd like us to talk about, let us know. Shoot us a text, send us a message, Facebook us, whatever you want to do. And hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Okay. Bye,
Thanks,
y'all.
everybody.